everybody. Welcome to Echo Underground. I'm Shanique.
This is Mike.
And on this podcast, we talk about movies, TV shows, and music.
And whatever else we find interesting.
Yo, he playing right now so bad.
I'm just sitting here.
Okay, and so this is episode 26 of Echo Underground. Woo!
Yep.
And we're going to do the new TLC album, oddly called TLC.
Yeah.
So, overall, I gave this album about like a high B.
A high B?
Almost A.
I'm giving this a solid A. Almost like a solid A. Like it's like darn near perfect to be honest with me.
B plus. That's how I feel.
I'm gonna get into why I said this. Like this is I love this one so much, yo.
Excuse my coughing. We had issues over here. So my number 3 is actually Scandalous.
Really?
I actually love that song. Like when it first started playing, I was like, nah, son. And then like 30 seconds in the song, I was like, Scandalous. Like it just caught my attention, and it was catchy, and like it made me stop what I was doing because I was trying to multitask. Sometimes that don't work. It made me stop what I was doing and like listen to the song. Now, there's no good message in it, but it's very catchy, and I think you can listen to it on repeat, actually. What about you, Mike? What's your number 3?
My number 3 is gonna go to one that's like what I would call the weirdest song on the album for TLC, but it's because it's so weird why I like it so much. I'm gonna give it to It's Sunny, actually. Because
it's sunny.
It was so like borderline to almost full blown pop that I was like, I'm surprised TLC can rock this kind of stuff. Like I'm just here looking for like mostly the R&B stuff, and all of a sudden I found something new. I was like, go.
Yeah, this album was like a mix of everything, and also like I even wrote that. Funny, I said weird for TLC.
Yeah.
It's not a song I would think they would ever do, and it's also there was a third voice on this track.
Yeah.
That was deeper, but they're not credited as like a feature, so I don't know who it is, but whoever it was, good shit.
It might have been just their, I originally thought it was just my theory though, but like, it was just one of their voices, but like altered or something like that.
Maybe, I don't know.
I thought the same thing.
If it's any of their voices, it has to be Chili, because it can't be T-Boz.
Right.
Because T-Boz has that like, what do you call it? She talksing.
Yeah,
that's the right term.
I know exactly what you mean. I'm pretty sure someone else out there know what you mean too. But I know what you mean.
Yeah, it sounds like she's talking, but she's singing at the same time. It's kind of weird, but it works for TLC.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2 is Start a Fire.
Okay.
And one, I like, it had really good harmonies. Because it started with T-Boz, and Chili came in and did the whole Start a Fire. And then there was like a really good beat.
Hit that again one more time.
Start a fire. Alright. It had a good beat, and I liked the vocals on it. It was like a song that caught me by surprise. Because like when it first started, again, really slow, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be another okay song.
Right.
And then I was like, oh no. Good shit. It's right after the interlude, which oddly enough is not a song, so I didn't rate it. But I like the little interviews in the back. I think Left Eye's voice was in there too, and it had a really good beat. I wish they used that beat on the song though. But yeah, Start a Fire, my number 2.
That's a pretty good one. I like Start a Fire as well. My number 2. And if anybody been keeping up with Mike on this podcast, y'all know how much of a sucker I am for the first song on the album.
No introduction.
No introduction was a really good one. Like the beat was tough. Like when I first heard the song, and this is literally,
it was basically like, yeah, TLC back in this bitch. That's basically what it was.
Where I'm coming from with that is like, yo, it feels like 90s TLC, but they did not change themselves for this album, yo. Maybe for like 1 or 2 songs here and there, but like No Introduction made me feel like, and my first song is gonna make me feel like, yo, we're keeping 90s alive and making it realize, yo, that this is relevant shit right here, yo. This stuff still works. It makes good music, and yeah, yo, like they rocked this song so hard. The beat was tough. Everybody did their part. Like, yo, son, I fucked with this song. It was almost my number 1. Like, it was a damn near dilemma for my number 1, but I'm pretty sure we both have the same number 1 anyway.
I don't think we do. I guarantee we don't.
Plot twist. Okay.
Okay, my number 1 is Perfect Girls.
Really?
Yes. I love that song. You know why? Because it reminds me of my favorite TLC song, Waterfalls.
Waterfalls. I knew it. Yep.
So I was like, one is catchy. It was the only song on the album that automatically made me just straight up listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to wait like 10 seconds. Soon as I think T-Boz started almost all these songs. Soon as her voice came on, bam, I was there for it. So I already know you're number one.
Oh yeah, my number. I mean, my thing is I didn't even see the video for it. That's the worst part.
It's way back in
But yeah, it's way back.
Yup. Extended or normal?
Like it freaking matters. I don't even know. I feel like 1 minute of content does not change a song from the next. But whatever. Like Snoop Dogg was in it, and I like Snoop Dogg. Even sound like he came from the '90s for a little bit. And
He actually rapped good.
Yeah,
which hasn't happened in a while. No offense to Snoop Dogg fans.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's been busy doing like a feature on every other random album, and like there's that whole thing too. I'm like,
he was trying to be reggae.
Yeah, I don't know.
Side-eye.
Rasta Snoop. I don't know what's going on there, man. But like,
he dropped that real quick though.
Oh yeah, he realized what wasn't going on.
You know what he sound like? He sound like Snoop Dogg with a perm. 2000 Still Dre song. That's exactly what his flow was like on this record.
Agree. Late '90s, early 2000s Snoop Dogg, and like this song made me realize, and majority of the album also made me feel like, yo, this is a time machine album right now, yo. Like they stuck to their guns that like got them to the top and made them real. Like I hope people realize this too, yo. Cause like it's not even like that many like girl groups out right now that like even have this kind of sound. Should I say?
Yeah, I mean, if you say girl groups in general, it's what Little Mix, Fifth Harmony, and TLC. That's literally it.
That's very true. Even still, right?
So, and there's like low key ones.
That's what I'm saying. Unless there's something that we're sleeping on, then yeah. But like this. I love this album just for that, yeah. Like it brought me back to the '90s. Just for some context here. I listened to this album while driving over from Baltimore to Virginia, and like I was bopping all the way through the traffic, yo. And I get some pretty bad road rage, but like this slowed me down and like pulled me into the music, man. I like this.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. We talked about no introduction was an honorable mention for me. Like it was a great start to the album.
Oh yeah.
Like
I'm a sucker for that.
It's one of those songs where like the album, some people start the album like slow, build you up. This was like, nah, son.
Right, punch you right in the face.
But based on the title, of course, it's gonna do that.
No
I loved Way Back as well because like I said, it had a good '90s feel, and I love Snoop's verse.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. It was different. It reminded me. It was a very pop song for TLC, but it worked. Oddly enough, I think it actually did work. I guess next talk about Haters.
I didn't mind.
It was decent. Like it was okay.
Haters started off slow for me, but I ended up actually really liking the song. Cause okay, here's where I'm coming from with this. Anytime a song starts talking about haters, I'm like, oh, here we go, someone else who's full of themselves. But like, no, I didn't get that vibe from this song. Like,
Hater.
Yeah, right. Like
I love that song though.
Yeah.
Ain't no Mano.
Yeah, it's a meh for me, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'm okay with
he was smack
with Haters.
You're saying he was smack you. Did you know? No. Did you see? He smacked. Who was it? I think Soulja Boy.
What?
Some whack ass rapper. Because he was talking shit, and I think he took his chain too. It was some weird shit. He just smacked him and took his chain, and I was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, it's so weird. But he about that life.
Can't get more gangster than that. He'll slap someone and run this shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was very positive. It was a positive message saying, "Hey, we gonna ride together after haters." Right. Exactly. So I did like it. It was okay. It was a decent song for me. Another song that I found was just okay because I think the rest of the songs on this list, except for maybe one, I thought was really better. Another decent song was American Gold. I think it's probably the most forgettable song. I don't even have a worse song on this album, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna skip that part.
I agree. I mean, I might have one, but it'd be a reach if I was to really say it. But yeah, American Gold, I was okay with it. Like the lyrics in this one were pretty cool. It was very July 4th-y. Like when you actually go through the whole song, it's like very pro-America, super patriotic. Like it's
called American Gold.
I mean, yeah, but like the actual context in the song, like it could mean anything really, but. Like it's not something like saying rappers talking about their gold and shit, but like it's actually a song saying yo, America is the shit, dog. I'm paraphrasing, but
yeah, I'm about to say they don't do that. I was way paraphrasing. Do you have anything to say about Scandalous?
I would say that's my honorable mention, actually.
Hey, my number
Like,
three.
yeah, I was surprised that she made yours because I was like, it didn't come too close to my number three, but I ended up liking it anyway. I was completely okay with that song.
What about?
Scandals was fun. I think the only I think I might be jumping here. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I'm skipping Joyride. But the only song if I mentioned just a while ago, if I was to reach and pick a song that I didn't feel as much, might have been A Motherfuckers.
I
That
love
one.
that song. That's the
That
craziest
might
part.
have been it. I mean, I was try. I mean, I don't have a
Hey,
problem with it. It's
motherfucker.
just like it's just
The title threw me off for a TLC
everything else
album.
gets gold. This one gets silver. That's how I feel about it. Like it's not bad. You still got silver, but there's plenty of gold to be found.
Yeah, I like A Motherfucker. It had a blues vibe too.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think that based on the title, but it has a very blues vibe and it's catchy and has an ill beat.
I was expecting something like extra hardcore from that song, to be
But
honest.
it's
Like,
TLC.
yeah, I mean, listen, they gave me It's Sunny. I'm thinking, hey, motherfucker's gonna be some hard shit.
I didn't think so. I guess we could talk about Joyride, which I thought was just decent.
Yeah, that
I
was okay
guess
song.
I would have ended the album on Joyride instead of like the extended version of the second way back.
I agree.
But now I don't even remember what was extended about the way back.
Yeah, like, see, when I put them side to side, I'm forgetting what the extension was. Like, I don't know. I thought the first was Snoop Dogg got a bigger verse, but I doubt that was it either.
More cursing? I don't know.
I doubt it.
I
doubt
don't know.
it. Yeah.
So, was this a comeback album for TLC?
I hope so. Like, this was such a good album. Like, I already told you my context. I was driving up to this album the whole time, ran through twice, and did not get bored. And I went through twice by accident. And I was like, okay, I don't mind listening to No Introduction one more time. That's my shit. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, like the thing is, they didn't promote their album correctly. Like that's my issue. So I don't think it's going to sell as much as it would because a lot of people didn't. They dropped videos, but like there was no real advertisement.
Right. You wouldn't find it unless you looked around for it.
It just popped up on my feed one day. I was like, man, and then next thing you know, the album dropped, and it dropped what, June 30th? So yeah, we almost a month late, but they didn't really promote it, so I don't see it selling that much. And last time I checked on the Billboard 200, I think it was only 40 or something. I could be wrong.
I mean, it's not bad. At least you just made the top 50. Because I feel like when you hit top 50, you start hitting like the radio.
I mean, yeah, it's probably being played. I think for them, it's like how you say, because R&B isn't as popular. They're gonna struggle just for that reason alone. Plus, they haven't been out in a while, and they didn't really promote.
I feel like the only real thing that they really had for them, which kind of sucks, was the BET Awards, and like I feel like that was probably the most exposure they got as far as advertising it, which wasn't really good on their part.
Yeah, are they even on here? Let's see.
Let's confirm where they're at, which probably is nowhere. I don't think they're on the 200 anymore.
No, they were on there last time I checked. But yeah, it's because they didn't promote it, in my opinion. And another fun fact about this album, it was paid for by fans.
Hey, I didn't know that.
They used a Kickstarter, and the fans paid for the album. So good shit.
I mean, that just goes to show that listen, when people actually like give a damn, they'll make something happen. And this, I feel like.
But also,
if one of the perfect people they could have done that for was TLC. Like, I wish they actually did like more stuff right now to like stay relevant. But
what happened? Okay, it like randomly paused.
We having some technical difficulties over here.
Yeah. Repeat what you said.
Oh yeah, so I was saying I was glad the fans made this happen because it shows that people actually care about the people that started things for like girl. Like, I'm not going to say that they started girl groups. Like, there's plenty of girl groups before them. But like some really good ones like for genres that aren't getting much exposure right now. Like aside from advertisement, I'm glad like that they're doing everything else perfectly. Like they're making good music, and at least they showed their face at the BET Awards. That's pretty cool that they had them there.
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough exposure for them to make good sales on this one album, but I'm glad that they're a thing still.
Yeah, I say say if you're a fan of TLC or R&B in general, check out the album. You might like it.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if you just want to hear something new, I think there's a lot of new stuff, and their sound still is relevant.
Oh, yeah.
That I think you would enjoy the album. So I would check it out.
You know what's crazy? I feel like this is also a good album for people like just jumping into either TLC or R&B in general. 'Cause I feel like this is a good stepping stone.
Yeah, it's a slow build up. It's not like
90s R&B is the perfect place to jump in for R&B. Like, don't get me wrong, there's still some good R&B floating around here. Mary J is doing her thing.
yeah.
You know? I ain't gonna hate, but like, you know,
I don't know. You kind of hate on the album a little bit.
I mean, I was just being real, man. I ain't gonna say the album was bad or nothing, but it wasn't as good as I thought everyone else was making it look. But I feel like, yo, if you really want like I have a good opinion of R&B, go back about 20 years.
Okay, though. There's some really good
in the
current
2000s.
R&B.
I'm not disputing that. I'm
It's just
saying
that those R&B artists aren't exposed,
Right.
so we're stuck with Chris Brown and other ass people.
it's a small list that you might have even heard of, and it's the exclusive.
Jason Derulo,
I guess
Trey Songz.
Yeah.
Who listens to Trey Songz anymore?
Oh, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. People like there's a lot of Trey songs going on out there, yo.
He acting all crazy and stuff now. But anyway,
Yes,
tangent.
there's a lot of R&B singers right now doing crazy stuff.
All right, leave Usher and R. Kelly alone. R. Kelly didn't do it. No, I'm playing. I don't know.
I was about to say.
I don't know. We'll see.
We gotta have a
But
reservation.
Usher did it. Yeah, Usher let it burn. Legitly.
Oh yeah, both figuratively and literally. That shit is burning.
You know, and like this is a tangent, but one song I do love that song, "Let It Burn," but I almost can't take it seriously because of Boondocks.
Oh yeah, I feel like
17 days, 13 hours.
Yeah. I feel like ever since that episode came out, like it's just never been the same. It's like once you find something that's like being made like a satire of or something like that, then yeah, it's the new default for the song now.
Yeah. Confessions though.
Oh yeah.
The best Usher album. I don't think
agree.
he atop Confessions.
I agree.
TLC, I think this was a good comeback, and like they also switching it up,
Yeah.
bringing it back. I believe that this is a really good comeback for TLC.
Same.
Now I'm open minded. Their style is very different than not very different. It's like a mix of their old style mixed with a lot of new.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like the album. But maybe hardcore TLC fans, open your mind. You might gotta.
I feel like hardcore ones should definitely be the first in line to be liking.
No, I think they'll like songs like "Perfect Girls," "No Introduction," but I'm not sure they're gonna like songs like "Sunny."
Yeah, and American Gold in some cases. I feel like they probably will have a hard time grasping that one.
Or "Way Back" is definitely a good track as well.
Yeah.
Like I think if you're a hardcore fan, those are like the ones that sound more 90s would be which is most of the album anyway. So
best part of it as well is like the album is short, but it's definitely like quantity over quality. Sorry, quality over quantity.
Yeah, say it right.
Said that backward. Yep, excuse me. Take my L for that. But yeah, like it's not like they tried to make the album too overbearing. Like they just said, hey, yo, like here's some really good shit. All of them are at least a B or higher.
Yeah.
Most of them A's.
Yeah, I really like that.
I don't get the whole extended song at the end, but it's there. I'm sure you don't mind hearing "Way Back" twice, so get over it.
Alright, so I think we're gonna wrap up this podcast though, but my vote is to buy the album.
Absolutely buy the album.
Yes, support TLC, support R&B. We need to bring it back. So you guys we want to hear from you. We want to hear about what you think about this TLC album. So please tweet us at Echo U Podcast on Twitter. You can email us at echoundergroundpodcast@gmail.com, or you can leave comments on our iTunes, Stitcher. We're on different podcast apps as well, so you can find us anywhere.
It's kind of hard to miss us, because we're literally everywhere now, guys.
Yeah, so subscribe, follow, leave comments, ratings on our different platforms, and we will see you guys next episode.
See ya.
Bye.